It's a grand Monday night in the case. We got 6 games for your viewing pleasure. My name is Andreas Sachenko and you're watching Daily KHL Update. We travel to Vladivostok first, where Avantgarde will go up against Sibir. Let's step inside Petersburg Arena for the action. It starts with a gorgeous hip check by Maxim Kazakov and Kirill Voronin. Always great to see clean hits like that. Sibir breaks the deadlock late in the period. Alexander Sharov is a one-man army as he gets around Adam Almqvist and stuffs it past Yuka Alkinor. Second period now, the Virstas get a man advantage. Josip Pustanin gets the puck on top of the left circle and snipes it for his 4th of the season. It's an all-finish goal as Yurki Yakipak and Metalurg draw the assist, while Yuka Alkinor lets in his 2nd of the night. Late in the period, we get to see some fisticuffs. Sean Lalonde has had enough and he drops them with Konstantin Alexeyev. Lalonde lands a few good hands in and pulls the jersey of Alexeyev's head, but neither of the two goes down and linesmen break him up. This one has a wild finish with 2.5 minutes remaining to play in regulation. Sean Lalonde smashes it into the back of the net from the blue line and Admiral have life. They go all in with the extra attacker and find the equalizer just a minute later. Former Detroit Red Wing defenseman Adam Almqvist skates to the slot and puts it past Harry Sattery. Marcus Jung has assist on both galleys. Overtime solves nothing, so it goes to the shootout and Almqvist gets to be the hero. He beats Sattery on the glove side and wins the extra point for Admiral, who get the revenge for losing to Sibir 5-1 earlier this month. 3-2 shootout is your final on this one. Welcome to Nur-Sultan, Kazakhstan now, where Boris meet Kunlun Red Star. This is the 3rd game out of the 4 between these two this season. They split the first 2 in China. First period, Curtis Volk plays give and go with Alexei Miklikov, gets it back down low and shoots, but Shimon Grubitz fishes it out with his glove. What a save! The Dragons get a man advantage late in the period and they convert on it. Spencer Fu stuffs it in from and tight. No goaltender interference is the verdict of the play, and Fu is credited with his 3rd of the year. Boris turns things around early in the second. Bako 5 into the period. Ira Bakarinin finds loose puck in the left circle and scores on the gaping net. And just over a minute later, Roman Starchenko bats it in from mid-air on his own rebound. Great hand-eye coordination by Starchenko, although Grubitz probably should have had it. Red Star even it up again a minute later. Spencer Fu fakes a shot, passes it to the slot, and Captain Brandon Eve does the rest. It's a 2-2 tie now. Third period, the Dragons win a faceoff in the offensive end. Ole Paolo wrists it from the scrum and he goes top shelf. Great snipe, and Paolo has his 1st of the year. Midway through the period, Boris scale off a penalty. Andrew Miller keeps the play alive and Trevor Murphy sends a dart past that Pasquale for his 1st career KHL goal. They put it away within the final 5 minutes of regulation as Victor Bartley centers it from the wing and Lucas Lockhart finds an opening on the short side. That's gonna do it. Kunlun Red Star win their 2nd game on this long road trip as they take it 5-2 in Kazakhstan. And now to Kaizen, where the Battle of Tarastan takes place. Avantgarde lays him up against Neftekimek. 11 days ago, Avantgarde defeated the Wolves 4-1. This one starts with a thunderous hit as well as Kirby Reichel decks Slavoslavin right at the boards. Kaizen are wearing their alternative black jerseys for the first time tonight, and they get their 1st goal on them 8 minutes into the 2nd period. Mil Galima finishes off a fantastic passing play with a perfect wrister from the hash marks. What a beauty! The Wolves get back even just over 2 minutes later. Denis Kazyanov jumps in on a 2-on-1 rush, goes for the shot and beats Timur Bilalov on the stick side. A few moments later, Justin Azevedo finds room to take a shot from, but he's robbed by Konstantin Varulin. No matter, Azevedo still finds the back of the net before the period expires. Patrice Cormier sets up Albert Urolin for a cannon of a shot, and Azevedo gets his lumber on it. 2-1 Avantgarde now. Later in the period, Azevedo feeds Cormier cross ice on an up-man rush, but Barulin sticks his leg out and shuts the door to preserve it as a 1-goal game. third period now, and they improved their lead to 3-1. Andre Pedant slams it home from the high slot. Former Vancouver Canuck has goals in 3 consecutive games now. Neftiki McDowell back to 1-goal differential several minutes later. Tic-tac-toe, and Matt White scores his 3rd of the year as well. Not gonna help the Wolves though. Avantgarde improved the season series to 2-0 as they take this one 3-2 on home ice. We're now in Moscow, where Dynamo defend the ice against the Finnish team, Avantgarde downtown. The Jesters strike late in the opening period. Brian O'Neill streaks down the right wing with a lot of speed. Avantgarde overcommits to the short side, and O'Neill puts it in on the wraparound. We skip ahead to late in the second. Dynamo are short-handed, but they skate up the ice on a knob-man rush. Vadim Shipachov throws it across to Dmitry Yashkin, and Yashkin hits the iron. I don't need to tell you how frustrated he is about that. The blue and white find the equalizer late in the third. Tommy Kevister turns the puck over right next to his net, and Andrew Patterson has no mercy. That's his 6th of the year, and he's now tied for 2nd in the league. He goes to overtime, and Patterson shoots Dynamo in the foot as he gets a minor for hooking. Avantgarde convert early into the inserted power play. Henrik Haapasalo puts it past Avantgarde with a one-timer, and that's game. Dynamo salvage a point, but still fall short to Avantgarde on home ice. 2-1 overtime is your final. Next on the menu, Avantgarde and Metalurg. Magnitka struggling right now, but last time they lost to Avantgarde on the road was back in November 2012. That's almost 7 years ago. First period, Avantgarde get an early 5-on-3. Sergei Shimakov has a goal from the left circle. Stanislav Galimov has a piece of it. Rob Klinghammer wants to bank it in, but the puck miraculously stays out. Metalurg keep piling up penalties, and Avantgarde open scoring 12.5 minutes in. Shimakov finds wide open Taylor Beck, who motors into the zone and sends it right between the legs of Galimov. 1-0 Avantgarde. Moving on to the second, Yegor Yakovlev gives up the puck on the breakout. Sven Andrigatas links it to Nikita Sherbak, backhand shot, and Galimov makes another huge save. Sherbak is still looking for his first goal in the league. Soon after that, the Hawks go back on a power play, back pass it to Slava Voinov, one touch to Sergei Shimakov, and he scores on the tic-tac-toe play. 2-0 Avantgarde now. Magnitka GM Gennady Velichkin is clearly frustrated with the way the game is panning out. Avantgarde improved their lead to 3-0 5 minutes later. Sergei Shimakov tips it in for his 2nd of the night and 5th of the year. That ends the game for Stanislav Galimov, who lets in 3 goals and 21 shots, and Vasily Koshkin takes his place in the cage. The Virstas come out hard for the 3rd period, and Vladimir Galuzin gets a goal back just under 9 minutes in. That's his first since joining Metalurg from Torpedo in the offseason. Magnitka risk it and pull Koshkin for the extra attacker late in regulation, down by 2, and they score another one. Eric Aldell redirects Brandon Coulson's shot to make it a 1-goal game, but that's as close as they can get. Avantgarde beat Metalurg on home ice for the first time in almost 7 years. 3-2 is your final. Riga, Latvia is the site of our last game tonight. Dynamo face off against SKA St Petersburg. Andrei Makarov makes his debut in goal for the home side. Meter for the opening period, Dmitry Kagorlitsky makes a cross-ice pass to Artyom Zub. Makarov overcommits to the near post, and Zub makes him pay for that as he scores on the wraparound. But Makarov makes up for that before the end of the period as he casts his ballot for the save of the season. Sergei Plotnikov rifles it off the goalpost. Makarov reaches behind his back and catches it with his glove. Unreal! SKA gets their next goal just 39 seconds into the third. Another defenseman, Yaroslav Deblenko, scores from on top of the left circle. That's his first of the year. The Virstas secure the W late in regulation as Evgeny Kadov receives a stretch pass, goes for a cross-ice speed, and Christopher Berglund puts it into his own net. Not a good night for Riga all around as they lose to SKA St Petersburg for the 5th consecutive time at home ice and remain at the rock bottom of Western Conference standings. Alexei Melnichuk stops 23 shots for his third shutout of the year, and SKA win this one 3-0 on the road. And that's it for the daily KHL update, but do come back tomorrow for 4 more games, including Uptown Tbilisi Lokomotiv and Spartak vs Red Army. My name is Andreas Ashenka, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.